right, so the potential solutions that you all came up with regard to our conference held here at ICSC, these are the sessions that were most popular from the group that you'd like to see at the conference. Humor as a creativity tool, creativity and careers, creativity and play, working with creative problem solving in kids, and using creative problem solving with the fine arts. Any question on those?
So this is a group application
of the evaluation matrix.
Is that a different topic? You're okay with that? All right, these are the ones we've committed to as a group. Mm-hmm. So the criteria that we decided on, let's go over the criteria again, just to make sure that
so
they
we've
are
got the options on the left,
and the
criteria across the top.
You really want to have in order to evaluate these. So will these potential topics, sessions at the conference, further the knowledge of the subject? So in other words, remember we had talked about, they're all on creativity. It's a creativity conference, but you were interested in the connection between creativity and fine arts, or creativity and kids and careers and so on. Make sense? That one you're still committed to?
Yes.
Great. Will it stimulate dialogue in the session? So if you are in the humor as a creativity tool session, will that stimulate dialogue between the group participants? Will it create passion to use the information and take action? Now, just clarify that for me. That was, you all were talking about the fact that you're talking about the participants in that session. We really want them to take information forward. Mm-hmm. Is that right? Am I understanding that one? Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Will it energize? Energize who or what?
Participants.
All right, the audience? Okay. And, or everybody? I guess that was,
Yeah, it's helpful.
we're also talking about other people that weren't there that
if
might.
the facilitators energize, it'll help
Okay,
too.
and maybe even the presenter if we bring
Yeah.
them in, so it's energize people at the conference. Does that clarify that one more? Everybody okay with it stated like that?
I like it.
All right. And will it bring new people into the conference? What was the thinking behind that criteria?
Trying to build the conference.
Okay, so wanting to get more participants and to bring cool sessions in. I think someone mentioned that it might really also energize and bring more participants in. All right, sound good? Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to ask you to do, I gave you 3 cards. And if you think that the particular session topic fits that criteria really well and is strong, it would be a yes or a 10. If somewhat, a 5, and if hardly at all or not at all, then give it a 1. And what I'll do is kind of take a read of what you have put up, and I'll put a number anywhere between 10 and 1. All right, so I can use the 9876. Great. All right. So if we have humor as a creativity tool, as a topic, will it further the knowledge of the subject? To what degree?
So they're holding up their colored cards.
Okay.
I have to take a quick read and decide what number it all represents.
We have creativity and careers, will it further the knowledge of the subject?
Yeah.
That is 6. If we have creativity and play, will it further the knowledge of the subject?
So she's going, you are asking each option against the first criteria.
If we have working with
Yep.
CPS and kids, will that further the knowledge of the subject?
And again, she's translating the cards into a
If
number.
we have using creative problem solving with the fine arts, will it further the knowledge of the subject? To what degree?
So they have a choice of 3 cards to hold
If
up.
we have humor as a creativity tool, will it stimulate dialogue in that section?
And now she's going the option against the second criteria, each option against the second criteria.
If we have creativity and careers, will it stimulate dialogue in the session?
Always saying if and will it to frame
If we
it.
have creativity and play, will it stimulate dialogue in the session? If we have working with CPS and kids, will it stimulate dialogue in the session? If we have using creative problem solving with fine arts? Will it stimulate dialogue in the session? I think it's about a 4. If we have humor as a creativity tool, will it create passion to use that information and for you all to take action?
So it's a quick read. It's not exact, but you get to a number that represents the group.
Will it create passion to use the information to take action? If we have creativity in play, will it create passion to use the information to take action? If we have working with CPS and kids, will it create a passion to use the information to take action?
And this gives everyone a chance to vote, get their voice heard rather quickly.
Will it create passion to use the information?
Yeah, the visual is nice because you do get to see each person's quickly.
If humor is a creativity tool, will it energize?
And sometimes you just don't need to be that thorough. You just need a quick read, and then you can have a dialogue.
Consensus. If we have creativity in careers, will it energize? If we have creativity in play, will it energize? If we have working with CPS and kids, will it energize?
Notice it wasn't essential to fill all the criteria.
If we have using creative problem solving with fine arts, will it energize?
And this grid is limited to 5 options,
You could have a grid.
a bigger grid.
Oh, I'm seeing a pattern. If we have creativity in careers, will it bring new people into the conference? If we have creativity in play, will it bring new people into the conference? If we have working with CPS and kids, will it bring new people into the conference? If we have using creative problem solving with fine arts, will it bring new people into the conference? All right. Very good. Now next, we'll go ahead and look at this further and make some decisions. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so coming out of that, sometimes people will total up to give a sense of where the energy is, but the total number, let's say option 2 got the highest score, it does not mean that that option always goes forward. You can then look at that option against, or other options against specific criteria and think about how you might boost the score against that.
Yep. So a lot of times they'll circle if they find 1 or 2 that they like, that as a group seem to really be a preference, then you can begin to circle some of the numbers that are low, and take that and turn one of them into a how-to, for example, and have the group generate ideas to improve it. Go back to the matrix and even re-vote it if you want it. So let's say it was a 2 on the criteria of will it bring more people into the conference for one of the ideas. And they generate some ideas where they go, hey, now this particular topic could bring more people into the conference if we reform it this way. And now let's look at what that number is, and we've actually strengthened, which of course is the power of that matrix, to strengthen rather than just say, oh, top choice.
Right. The other thing is, in this case, you used cards. Sometimes you can have individuals do their own matrix and then put their scores into a group grid. And similar to the PCA group grid, then use that as some discussion about, why did you rank that as the highest values, and then go to someone else, why did you rank it low, and have that discussion. So a very powerful tool.
And I think that that's particularly useful when it is something that is really near and dear to people's hearts, and they're not willing to easily compromise, or they really are, the decision is very, very important to them. Then you're going to need to be more precise. With the conference, this group had ownership. They're going to be at the conference. They're interested. But it's not devastating to them if the topic that they like the best doesn't get selected. They would like it. So in this case, the stakes weren't as high, and we could do it in a way that was quicker.
That's great. That's the evaluation matrix.
There it is, for use with a group.